All right, everybody, I'd like to say thank you, thank you, thank you, y'all, for all the birthday wishes that you guys gave me. Not only on my birthday, even when I purchased the Thunderbird. Thank you so much. And all of you guys who have called and texted and commented on my mother's heavenly birthday, because she was an April Fool lady. She was born on April 1st, 1921. In fact, we had two people in our family that was born on the first day of the month. My first cousin, who's just like my big sister, Miss Hester Harvey, you guys know as AKA Lulu, and also her birthday's on January the 1st, and my mother is April the 1st. And I just want to say thank you for all of you guys who have wished my mother a happy heavenly birthday. But I'm talking today about my birthday. What do I do for me? And God knows I'm proud of what I do for me. I started doing something for me, doing my time. When I realized I was 50 years old, that's when I realized then. We're looking at 26 years ago. That it's time out to start taking time out to do something for me on my birthday. And I started 50 years ago. I mean, my bag, I'm sorry. I started back when I was 50 years old. So we're looking at in 2000, let's say 1999. And that's when I started doing something for me on my 50th birthday. That's when I started buying a car for me. When I was 50 years old, I took time out to stop buying from everybody else because they didn't appreciate what you do for them. All this is thank you. That stuff run out the way. Thank you mean nothing but words until you prove that you appreciate it. Don't even say thank you because you don't mean it. You just saying it because you glad you got it and somebody gave you something. But I started giving to me, and that's when I started feeling good about myself. That's right, 1998. Be exactly the year. I was 50 years old. I bought myself a Corvette. I paid cash for it. I think Mr. Mario Pipes, along with Mr. Charles Bell, because they the one showed me where I could get this Corvette. And I bought it for me in 1998. Boy, and it was a trip because I had a girlfriend. She's passed, bless her heart. I picked her up in my brand new Corvette, y'all. I picked her up and we stopped at the store because she wanted something from the store. And trust me, I left the keys in the car and she took off in the Corvette. I didn't see my Corvette until 3 days later, and it was at the pound when I went and got it. But that's water under the bridge. But that was the first birthday present I started doing for myself. And I try to help myself every 5 years, because when I was 55, not only did I buy a new truck, the first pickup truck I ever owned, brand new. I also purchased some property, and I bought myself a house and a rent house. Now, that was a big purchase. That was for my 55th birthday. And then for my 60th birthday, what can I say, man? In my 60th birthday, that's when I bought myself a Mercedes-Benz, a utility vehicle. Thanks to my cousin, I call him my nephew because he's just like my nephew. In fact, he's almost just as good as my son. In fact, he is better than my sons. And his name is Larry Godfrey. Larry turned me on to this place where this guy was selling this Mercedes, a sports utility vehicle. I bought that for my 60th birthday. And then on my 65th birthday, that's when I'm officially retired, and the Social Security and Medicare and all that stuff then kicked in. Now I got insurance in case I get sick. That's when I bought that Jaguar XJR They only made a few of them. The XJR, they mean there was a racing edition of the Jaguar. I bought that on my 65th birthday. 5 years later, I celebrated my 70th birthday with you guys. And that's when we was at Fred House. And I bought that Toyota Camry 6 years ago. Paid for. Good. I'm so proud. The truck that I bought brand new, paid for. All of that is tightening up my Beacom score, tightening up my credit. And now, 6 years later, I bless myself again with this Thunderbird convertible 2-seater. All of this is God, y'all. All of this is God. Because if I look back 35 years ago, I was homeless. That's right. My ex-wife took me out because I had a problem. I'm not mad at her because I did have a substance abuse problem. I'm not mad at her, but she took me over to the only relative I had was my cousin, who I always knew was Miss Estelle Godfrey. She took me over there, and I ain't never felt so low. And just dumped me off like I was a piece of meat, and took all my clothes and took it and dumped it off over to my sister's house, Estelle. And so happened, she brought me in. And God knows she was already going through enough. She had lost her daddy, she lost her husband, lost her sister. But you know what? She still took me in because she knew I didn't have no place to go. And that's when it all started coming together. When I say coming together, I start a situation where that I was putting too much burden on my cousin. And I knew I was because she was already, and I was struggling with substance abuse. And she took me over to my uncle's house. And that was the turnaround, partner. That turned the whole thing around, my Uncle KJ.